Mic check, mic check.
You get punched in the
Mic check, mic check.
you get punched in the
Mic check, mic check. Alright, so as you know, it's been a while since I streamed. Everybody tuning in. Set analysis. This one's from my boy Wisp. A Marth vs. Falcon set. Pointers here. Try to point out where opportunities. Some of the things that can be a little bit harder are like how you should DI, because anti-combo DI is tricky. Just because you DI one way doesn't mean that they can't anticipate it. I'll try to point out what I can. Yeah, let's just hop right in. So, going to Battlefield first in this matchup. Like your alternatives are FOD, Dreamland, which strikes first. If I'm Marth in this matchup, I would probably look to strike Dreamland. I would be okay with just about every other neutral stage as Marth. If I were playing Falcon, though, if I got the first strike, I would want to take away. I guess it depends, because some Falcons are used to. I mean, FOD is generally Falcons usually don't want to go. Marth's pretty good there, although with shield dropping being more prevalent, I think there's a case for Falcon actually not doing super there. Some combos kind of get changed, but being able to use the platform for quick shield drop up airs to try to open up Marth. Nice, but ultimately having more room to run is best, so Fountain being out. Battlefield's just a generally good go-to, so hey, Battlefield, totally fine. And it's obviously somewhere where you probably go if you can, but I can see FD is double-edged. It's good for both. Combos are strong. No platform for maneuver. Depending on how you feel in the neutral, out dash dance Marth, get him swinging, then you win on FD. If you don't, or if he opens up and puts you on the ground, then you bad time, because once you get popped in the air and you get and not having platforms to recover on for your up B, long up B, also pretty rough. So there's that, and then Yoshi's having less room to run sucks, but you get 70% kills on Marth, so. But Battlefield's solid, so let's just hop in here. And so we got no commentary, so you can listen to the game. Alright, let's back that up real quick. How was your opener? Both starting on platform. You immediately run down and get to the bottom stage, which is perfectly fine. He whiffs here. You go for neutral air to start at 0. Neutral air is not very. It's something you want to unlock. Like you use it as an interrupt tool at low percent to try to stuff his dash aways and stuff certain aerials that are going to be thrown out. But you don't want to when you have an opportunity to grab because at low percent you're practically guaranteed a regrab. He can't ASDI or crouch cancel it, and off of grab you're basically guaranteed to get at least 30%, and then you can get more depending on how you mix up the follow-ups out of your down throws and up throws. Between neutral air, up air, being able to combo into his stuff, and then him having to play off the platform, you're getting stage positional advantage. Grabbing Marth is very huge because the better you also get at grabbing Marth, the more guarantee KOs you're gonna. So definitely recommend looking for those opportunities, especially here because he messed up, and so he rolls away. You stomp in place. This stomp. Let's look at it in real time here because that stomp was kind of. So it's a neutral area. You stomp in place. He's already kind of long gone. Alright, and so that grab should like you don't want to get grabbed by Marth. Fortunately, Vitro doesn't have the Tezuka zone, but this is like my favorite place to grab Falcons is Marth, because in this corner, down throw is devastating because you tech in place, I simply react to it, dash grab you, and then you're by stage, and then I can forward throw you, and you're forced to DI away, or you eat down tilts, and you're forced to use along the. It's you know, ultimately want to try to do a short one so that he doesn't have a time to threaten run off forward air against your. It's this is really bad. So you always want to be very careful here. Let's see what happened here in real time. Did a short hop knee, down tilted it, got put in a reset position right away. Random forward smash caught you off guard. I'm assuming that you don't have the ability to react to forward smashes. I've learned that that's something only not very many people have the ability to do. But you should be able to react to the situation. Like if he moves forward at you, you should be able to react to that. Good job denying ledge. So wow, you crushed the 69 there. That in of itself is amazing. I thought you for sure were gonna lose the stock first. That's really, really good. So let's replay this. So this stock is does not looking good from at the beginning once you got thrown. Put you on the ground. Your wake up attack was lucky. Stop the forward smash. You got him to run away and flash sealed. So you want to recognize when people are uncomfortable, when they want to press shield, and when they want to press buttons. Vitro in that position wanted to. He's been rolling and putting up shield. You want to take advantage of that, especially at your percent that you were, and be really aggressive with looking for grab opportunities there. Basically, don't be afraid to grab more. I think the opportunities are here a lot. So went for kind of a combo, tossed him. So you just get the counter knee and then just. But I mean that right there, like that alone, is enough to put you at like the mid-level. Denying ledge, I think, is just a core fundamental that a lot of new players just don't really realize. Like it is the strongest and safest option for people to recover. Get the ledge because people have gotten so good at sweet spotting that if you deny it from them, now their sweet spots are less effective. They have to try to guess by going above or playing the game of chicken. And when you're over 100%, that game of chicken is. I just want to point out that was just really good. Didn't bite through your invincibility. Vitro did a couple of long forward Bs to try to scare you off. You pressed R at the best time that you could. Got that stock. And so another thing you want to do here, in between your stocks, is don't just focus on just like kind of moving. Like acknowledge that they're gonna come back and they're going to try to kill you. You don't want to give them that easy invincible damage. Like, don't be afraid to like just light shield. Even if you might decide to mind game and grab you, it's better than what happened there, where he forces you off stage right away. Light shield, and if you see him land on stage, then jump away. As what you can do is option influence. I'll probably end up making like a video about. Oh, you ouch, oof. So you got that up air, but you have to recognize, you have to read that DI. Like that was just so risky, and it sucks because this he had control over the stock. He had such good DI there that if you just didn't reach for that, if you just accepted that first up air, and then just double jump back and denied ledge, then you at worst would have just got like a stomp to whatever follow up, where he's off stage again and at like 90%. Yeah, don't be too greedy, especially against someone who is stronger than you. Sometimes it feels like you might have to take certain types of risks, but the guaranteed is still really strong. You usually need to go outside of yourself when it comes to I feel like neutral setups. Sometimes there's going to be certain levels of risk where you kind of have to do those wild nairs and long forward airs, but on the edge guard situation there, I don't know if it was just a lack of reaction or just surprised, but Vitro had good DI on the up air, which is crazy. That's also props to him, but you really needed to turn back on that because going for that double jump up air and getting reversed. Now you have to win this another neutral interaction. Picks you up with neutral air. Oh, and their botched input. Too bad, because this game, like aside from those SDs, the game was yours to take. Position, it can be kind of difficult to want to maintain focus here, because it, like, you know, down 3 stocks against a player that's generally really strong. How much are you willing to try here? You have to have a much stronger defense. Like, you need to, I think you need to be able to show him that you can shield more, move out of your shield more quickly. You're dashing away. You're doing a lot of good stuff here, but then whenever you miss space, or whenever he just decides to invade your space and swing at you, he just blows you up. So that's a kind of a weakness to you. I think that you're trying to trust a lot, and that your dash dance takes you really far, and being the fastest character in the game, which is totally understandable, but Vitro is invading your space, especially when you're cornered, where your dash dances are going to be a lot less effective here. You just try to challenge him with a long down air against a moving Marth. Like that's something you don't really want to do. Like that's kind of like you're kind of hoping a little too much with those. I think you could have actually booty grabbed that, but yeah, don't be afraid to just simply wave dash out a shield and get the grab that you want. And so I'm gonna go back on this one here. So in this moment, on this edge guard against Marth, you do a good job denying ledge here. And so one thing you can do, because he has to wait out the invincibility. If he doesn't, you get that reverse knee that you got before. In this moment here, Marth has a really tough time hitting you from behind. You can can opt for a double jump reset, thinking that like basically baiting that he's going to try to reset. Like you don't have to go down, you can also still go high. So that way even if he hits you, you can just DI into the stage, so you're less likely to get reversed. Also technically do a double jump backward, though it's a little bit riskier. He has a chance of hitting you here. It's not necessarily guaranteed. During the 4B, it's harder for him to catch you. So if you can try to anticipate that, like make it a 50-50. Because even looking at it in slow motion, if you know he's going to 4B and he's not going to hit you through the invincibility, this is a viable punish setup. But so he makes it back, and then your full hop back air is working against you. Be more patient. Short hops are okay because you can fast fall them and you don't have to commit to the back air. But doing the full hops against ledge dash is not worth it because you know he can just ledge dash and pivot forward smash you. Just wait, because you can kind of give yourself a decent amount of frame advantage in those positions. Don't be afraid to challenge him a little bit stronger there. After he 4B floated, you can try to influence aerials out of him. And it's going to be really difficult for him to react because down air comes out kind of fast, but your up air still comes out faster. Like that's really difficult to react to. He has to guess, and that's good information for you. Should be dead. Yeah. So you have wash stocks here. 16% is good. Your neutral air, you don't have to work as hard to get your neutral air to be more effective. Right now he's kind of out neutraling you. You're kind of running into his sword, and a lot of this this matchup is if you know you don't want to be lame. Like I know there's the feeling of wanting to not be lame, but you don't have to be lame and still aggressively dash at him to bait out his attacks. As you can see here, that he's coming out and he's throwing something to check in case you push a button. So this is kind of like Street Fighter footsies, right? And then he does a dash attack there. If you didn't wave dash there, if you're looking more at what he's doing, what he's looking for, and just kind of like it's like playing. I don't know if you ever played basketball as a kid, but you know how your coaches will tell you not to look at the ball, and it's probably the same for soccer, I'd imagine. So eventually, at some point, you should have enough control over your character, enough control over your ball that you're not really paying as much attention on yourself. You should always know where you are, and you want to pay more attention to what your opponent. Like this should be a punish. Dash attack is laggy, and then you kind of came in with the reverse nair. Could be an input error, but you've committed pretty hard to it, thinking maybe that he may be across you up. I'm not sure, but he has so much room to run back against you. Yeah, that's like a mind game that's not really established yet. He hasn't demonstrated that he's willing to dash past you at all. He's actually just been more or less respecting almost all of your space and long approaches. Gonna work against you. He's got you in a Tezuka zone. There's not really much you can do. It's technically guaranteed with reaction. Going in, especially if he chooses to not move, just continuously works against you. Like your best bet really is probably to tech in place, but yeah, you didn't DI the tech or the throw away far enough to tech in place and not just get standing forward smashed. You kind of have to account for both of those, and that's really hard. That's something you can practice though. Most Mars are gonna look for those forward smashes when you're in range, so just be prepared for that. Tech roll away works if they're really not expecting it, but it's so reactable, especially since you roll a short that he could just look to dash forward at you, grab you, forward throw, down tilt. You can avoid the down tilt, but you're forced to. And yeah, it's just rough. Not much you can do. Like, best bet is just at low percent. Just accept the fact that they're probably going to push you to ledge and fight your way, DI your way to stay, so that you can just get ledge and use your ledge inventory out of the position. Out. You panic shielded there. Like, he already whiffed. So you recovered, and so there's a big blunder there, and like he messed up his up air, short hop up air, holding up and pressing AX and doing smash. So you want this position here, whiffed aerial. You don't need to keep shielding that. If you do your neutral air, if he does anything other than down tilt, he's gonna get hit instantly. Up, and then you just come down with your second head neutral air, and it's gonna get you something. Unfortunately, if he continues to hold down, he's gonna be able to crouch cancel grab you. But shielding in this position is not advised. Like, recognize that whiff. Recognize the moments where they can't do aerials, because that's so much extra time to react and get something that you really want. Could even psychic grab them there too, and just throw out your grab and hope he runs into you in those two. But so now you're in a lot of trouble. Tech chase. The tech chase is really where Marth's strong against you. That's Falcon, your best bet. So just straight up win neutral, make it so hard for him to grab that he's forced to try to land counter hit aerials. Ooh, that's a nice call. Just land there. There's that. See, that's a whiff punish. Like, that jab, when you just came in with that knee, that's something you needed to be doing like 75% of this match. Don't hold on to that. Oh, nice. You avoid the cheese. He's done it twice, so good. Make him earn that stock. Vitro likes to gamble, and I think when he's cornered, he likes to gamble harder. Got your ball. You finally got it going. Oh no, you try to go too deep and then you throw away the match. Oh no. You didn't need to do that. Just play it by the book. Play that by the book. You got him to open. You got him opened. You just shield grab, easy ops, neutral air, reset hard knee, and then you just grab the ledge. You did so well the other two matches. Just grab the ledge. It's there. That was it. Forced him to do something crazy. You don't have to do that, especially at that percentage, because if you soft back air him, you're gonna get reversed. It has to be a hard hit, and that's just too much. And so Vitro gets a nice Tezuka zone going. 62 on you just from that one grab. Input air, but I think. But yeah, miss mash up air on Vitro's part. Ooh, there you go. Thought he was gonna get pushed the other way. That sucks. Understandable mistake. You have to concede that. If you don't see the reversal, then you're gonna have to eat it. Tezuka zone, low percent. Yeah, against that low forward air, trying to retaliate with knee is not advised, because he has enough time to do any kind of cover aerial to stuff you. It's generally a lot better to do that off of higher aerials or off of any kind of ground punch. Yeah, don't want to go to that platform, because you have to respect that ledge dash up tilt. It's going to be difficult for you to punish that. It's better to stay grounded against Marth, or closer to the ground. Short hop short hop threatening him, stay on the ground, dash dance threatening, all superior options to going for full hop. Long knee, but he didn't punish that hard enough. He should have blown you up. It kind of got out neutral there. When you're at high percent, all you have is really neutral because that puts you on the ground. Nice pick up. Nice call there. Fake deny ledge. Double jump downer. Not advice. Like, it always feels good when you land something to pick up on that, but you usually want to be able to land that when you have him scared. Like, you want him like in his shield in order to get any kind of opportunity like that. Yeah, you gotta always be looking for those whiffs. Like, even if you're scared, like, you always gotta be constantly looking for opportunities. Because at almost every level, people will always do something to hang themselves and give you something. Give you percentage or something to start. You're not going to be able to get all of them, but you always want to pay attention to the ones where they whiff. Whiff punishes that's how Falcon wins this matchup. Oof. Nice, yeah, that should be it. Well, overall, good job. I mean, you pushed them to the end game on 2 out of 3 of those matches. I think if you clean up, so the biggest takeaways here, looking back at this set, if you clean up your corner game by utilizing short hops in this space to avoid the ledge hop forward air, dash dancing to also try to bait it out, like standing here, dash dance. This is going to be how get extra percentage and clean up those. You want to keep him uncomfortable. Recognize when he's shielding on those scuffles when you're on top of him. Like, after you get those weird neutral layers where you both aren't sure which way you're going to land, you want to be sure. Like, you want to practice that cross up to always know which side you're going to land on, so that way you can always make the right option. So like, if you like neutral layer at him and land here, like directly in front of him like that, where you choose not to cross up, you always know that, so that when you come down, you can choose to jab check, and if he respects your jab check, then you can choose to dash behind and look for turnaround grab opportunities on pivot, force him to use a defensive some kind, either jumping away or he has to roll against your grab. And if he rolls, because you're in the standing grab animation, you have enough time to then invade that space and make him uncomfortable again. Even though it may not be true, depending on where in the grab you are, you can always try to keep Marth off balance once you're inside of him. The hardest part is getting inside, but at the same time, like, you are like a projectile, so because you're so quick, anytime Marth misses, Falcon's dash is fast enough if you're outside of that range of the attack to do something about it. Take real estate, or look to grab him. There's a lot of good things that you can do. So, on recovery, I mean, your recovery is mostly fine. There weren't really many opportunities where you had any kind of major mix-up. Like, there was one like fade back opportunity. I remember seeing faded. You faded back a little bit far, but I mean, it's one of those things where dancing around his range can be tricky. That was really good there. Advancing shield, and if he just didn't go that far. But yeah, I think if you basically clean up those aspects of your game, though, that will take you to that next level, and then from there, send me sets, and I will see what we'll see how far you grow. Always just look for those freebies that he's giving you when he's sitting in a shield. When he whiffs those forward smashes with that dash attack, like these are scrub mistakes. He should be punished for them, and learn to crush noob tactics so that anytime someone does a noob tactic, you're always able to take that stock or take that uh, damage to him. All right. So that will be end of glitch. Or sorry, the Wisps set with Vitro. Might do some more of these this week leading up to Genesis. If you guys have anyone who's watching here on the stream or on YouTube when I upload it, hit me up. Message here on Twitch on ToddJZC or for Facebook friends, send me on Facebook, and I can review sets for you, give you some pointers. Grow and flourish. Alright, good night.